What an amazing event that was. Thanks to everybody that showed up to the meetup. Some would argue that was the best meetup yet. Thanks to the Boozy Bird for being fantastic hosts, and big thanks to all of the talent that joined us. It is always a great experience to chat with you all and hear your stories. Now, before we dive into the good stuff, I'll go ahead and address the elephant that was actually outside of the room. There was an individual that was outside of the event that got himself arrested. I was contained to the merch table for 4 hours meeting with fans, and the line was going all the way out of the door. There were also people streaming the event, and at no point did I contact or speak to the police that entire night. But now we are a day or so removed from it. Here's what seems to have happened. I can only give you my perspective and put two and two together because I didn't know someone was arrested until a fan showed me after the fact. An elephant showed up to the event with the sole purpose of causing a scene. Keep in mind, this is an RSVP event for the meetup. My employees are there. Kids are there. Also, my own family members were there. Despite being loud, obnoxious, and annoying the guests outside, security and the venue owner instructed him to leave the property line. Still trying to cause a scene, the ownership called the police. Foolishly, he sang like a canary to them. It appears that he was busted for harassment that was actually a warrant, unless I'm mistaken. So, despite having the warrant, he created a conflict that got the laws called on him by someone else, which got him arrested. It's like driving 40 miles above the speed limit while having a warrant for a traffic violation in the neighboring county. But here's some context. This isn't some random elephant, I get it. The whole troll internet blood sport act is trying to annoy people. He's just not very good at it. He tried to sell some items that had our official hat logo on a major t-shirt site, and it got taken down for copycat. Not Twitter, not a YouTube video, but a store selling items with our unedited hat logo. Despite lying about it, that had nothing to do with how he obtained our addresses. He got that from someone else and he used an unrelated DMCA as if it was his own. Since then, he's traveled across the country to show up at our places of business. He's threatened folk, he's bragged about defacing my ancestors' grave, and most notably doxed my house. For whatever reason, he's done it publicly or recorded himself doing it. In any other context against any other creator, we'd consider that inappropriate, and I'd never advocate that someone else go do that to someone else. The harassment bit may indeed have something to do with the antics. My security team is very thorough and documents everything. It has to be that way because if something does end up happening, the internet won't save us, nor will the police care if I'm a principled ANCAP. It's just jokes, bro. It's not a sufficient defense for my business and family, and it for sure as hell won't keep me out of jail. There's an old video of mine that gets floated out there, and it's of me speaking in general terms, saying that if there's something you want to discuss, we can speak about that. Just come to an event and speak with me. It was not directed at any specific person, and that point still stands. Just do it the proper way. Don't try to cause a scene or be disrespectful. RSVP, wait in line like everybody else and then voice your concerns politely. But don't stalk or appear at people's houses and businesses like a creep, and surely don't be hostile. Don't go around harassing people because nobody will ignore that context. And if you are doing that weird stuff, don't anticipate that people will give you the benefit of the doubt. These folks will never get used to me being a professional. I own a multi-million-dollar company now and run it as such, still improving on my professionalism. If that means some people think I'm a punk for not engaging in internet blood sports, that's your business. I'm okay with taking an L in a game that I'm not even playing. They love nothing more than some sort of escalation that jeopardizes my business, my family's well-being, or my own. So my commitment will continue to be to my fans and employees, not internet blood sports for the entertainment of those that will laugh hysterically if I lost all of this or got myself arrested. Anyway, this event was such a success that we barely had any time to chat with the talent that was there. So shout out to everybody, including the creators that weren't even scheduled to be there. I always walk away from these events inspired, but this was a special one, not just because it was Rippaverse centric, but because of the general atmosphere. More people are showing up to these, meeting fellow members of the fandom and hanging out and having a great time, not just with us, but with each other. And that's what it's about. It just makes me realize how real this is and what's all on the line, which is why I can't take this opportunity for granted. We're living a dream right now. The Rippaverse is starting to become the go-to form of entertainment. As Yara fulfills, I'm seeing nothing but pictures of people people's collection of Rippaverse material. That catalog is growing and short boxes are being filled. We have a growing demand for Rippaverse studios, and that requires a lot of work as well. So it's awesome to get to meet people that make this happen. The people that reach into their pockets, especially in this economy, and voluntarily purchase our books and merchandise. I promise you all that will remain my primary focus. Our success will be determined by our ability to keep you engaged and satisfied as customers. And that's how it should be. And the final shout out I must give is to those childhood friends that also showed up, because this was a local event after all. My closest friends showed up, old track teammates were there, and other old homies. They found out about the event, showed up without me even personally inviting them. And the consensus was this: keep going. We know where you came from. We've watched you grow. Just keep going and remain focused. And that's a reminder that even if I don't see it, a lot of people are rooting for me. And I won't let you down. Man, I appreciate y'all so much. We want to do more of these meetups. We want to have them more widespread so you don't have to travel as far. So on behalf of the entire Rippaverse team, thank you, and we can't wait to see you again. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios.